All right, music fans, welcome back. Harmless Me here, talking about real music in real time for one or two real people out there. I do this every day, just like you and just like me, but it's literally one or two out of every 68 people. So if you like me or you just feel sorry for me and you'd like to give $1 or $2 per month, check out Patreon. Also, don't forget Modern Retro Radio. Modern Retro Radio. Ed Sullivan would have done a great job saying Modern Retro Radio. Here's Cimarron 615. I'm going to be talking about Dixie Chicks or Chicks or whatever they call themselves. They are interesting, the Dixie Chicks. There's a big mystery going on. Anyway, if you like Poco, Eagles, anything with a country rock vibe, this covers pretty much everything. And it's a nice sort of continuation of what Rusty Young was doing prior to his passing. So good for them. Really great project. It's called Brand New Distance. I forgot to tell you the name of it. Brand New Distance. Okay, so the Chicks are in the news. And again, they used to be called the Dixie Chicks. And in 2020, they changed their name because they said they needed to meet the moment, which was the Summer Riots. And changing their name from the Dixie Chicks to the Chicks just solved all of our problems because they were being sensitive to what was going on in the South at one time. Wonder how you sing Alabama's song Dixieland Delight, or the night they drove old Dixie down, right? So it's the night they drove blankety blank down. I mean, what do you do with that? Anyway, fans are fuming after the Chicks cancel multiple shows. Band is suffering from a mystery illness. Ooh, wow. Okay, it's a mystery illness. Now, have we seen this a lot in the last couple of years, the mystery illness thing? And it's not really funny. I'm being a little tongue in cheek and a little bit sarcastic here, but it's just kind of weird, and you read these headlines, athlete drops dead suddenly, was in perfect health, showed no signs of any illness prior to dropping dead, or a news anchor or a celebrity or whoever. You read these stories and then people say, Dave, are you some kind of a wacky, crazy conspiracy theorist? No, I'm just reading stuff, and then my mind is putting some things together. Of course, all of the experts, whoever they are, they disagree with me. They believe that there's absolutely nothing to see here. So the Chicks are not so popular with their fans right now. Why are the Chicks not? I mean, the Chicks must have very dedicated, loyal fans. I mean, look, I'll give them credit back in 2004 when they opposed the war in Iraq. They were taking a stand for something I think that back then a lot of people disagreed with. But, over time, it turns out that they were right about that. Now, they may have Ukrainian flags in their profile pictures now, which would make sense because all the people who used to be anti-war love the war in Ukraine and want it to go on for another 50 years. They don't believe in peace and diplomacy. They believe that we need to make sure we defeat Putin at all costs. I think they had this phrase, to the last Ukrainian. Doesn't sound good for the people of Ukraine. Doesn't sound like opposing war. Anyway, the country music trio recently revealed that they have been forced to do this for canceling the shows because of an undisclosed illness. On Instagram, the Chicks informed their fans about the unfortunate situation and announced the rescheduling of one show and the complete cancellation of another one in New York. Due to an ongoing illness, I mean, why not just say what it is? I mean, if it's not a big deal, right? If this isn't a big deal and they've gone to CVS multiple times, which you can pretty much guarantee that they have, just tell us what it is. Anyway, they regret that they must reschedule our show at Merriweather Post Pavilion and cancel the other show at the Bethel Woods Center for the Arts. It's the Bethel Woods Center for the Arts. It's a venue, okay? It's a place you go see a concert. The Merriweather Post... These places sound so pompous. I'm going to the Merriweather Post Pavilion Performance Center in Maryland, which was initially affected. Okay, will now take place on September 20th. Despite promising refunds for the canceled Bethel Woods Center for the Arts show, it's a center for the arts. What kind of arts? There are lots of arts. Some fans were left fuming. I love that word, fuming at the fact that there was not a rescheduled date. One fan said, "We understood someone is sick, but you're not even going to give us a rescheduled date for Bethel Woods?" No, because it's an ongoing illness. What's the problem, fan? Another fan was upset about the rescheduled performance at the Merriweather Post Pavilion, stating, "I'll be out of the country on the rescheduled date, and I spent $500 on these tickets. Holy crap, Batman. $500 to see the Chicks, not even the Dixie Chicks, just the Chicks." So this recent update comes after a series of postponed shows. Over the last 5 days, the Chicks had to reschedule performances in North Carolina and Tennessee, also citing illness as the reason. It's an ongoing illness. I wonder if they have that longer version of that Charlie Vector 19 thing. I wonder if they have the long version, or maybe they took all of those nifty products that were being offered, and that's causing them some issues. Of course, they're less likely to admit the second, alleged or theorized cause there. I'm speculating. The Chicks' journey to return to the major circuit began last year, making their first major tour since 2017. Their highly anticipated tour, titled The Chicks Tour. That's it. That's the tweet, that the Chicks Tour, although you can't say tweet. That's the X. Had been rescheduled to cover 27 locations across North America from June 2022 until October 2023. Nobody's watching me at this point, so I can be as crazy as I want to be. Formerly known as the Dixie Chicks. This is a little cut and paste explanatory journalism here for you. The group's members, Natalie Maines, you won't forget her name because she was the one who was the most controversial back in the day. Marty Irwin McGuire and Emily Strayer made headlines in 2020. They made headlines. I think they made one headline when they announced their name change in response to the Black Lives Matter protests. So in honor of BLM, we're dropping Dixie. In a statement on their website, "We want to meet this moment." Oh my gosh. Can we sound any more pompous than that? "We want to meet this moment. This is a crucial moment in our history. So we're changing the name of our band. That will make an impact for generations to come. People will say, 'What did you do during the BLM riots of 2020? During the fiery yet peaceful protests? What did you do?' Well, we were a rock band or a country band or whatever we are, and we had our name, and it had the word Dixie in it, and we got rid of it." Whoa, that is some groundbreaking stuff. "What else did you do?" "Well, we spoke out about all of the violence, even though that same violence continues in inner cities almost every weekend here in the United States. And that's the way it's been for years and years. But we did speak out specifically about this one type of protest, which we believe was far more important." By the way, I reached out to WinDixie, the supermarket, for comment, and they said they are continuing to use Dixie in their name. Otherwise, they'd be known as Win, and they believe that that might hurt their branding, much like it hurt the Dixie Chicks and their branding, because who wants to go see the Chicks? By the way, the Chicks, aren't chicks kind of a derogatory word or phrase that people use to describe women? Isn't that degrading to women? So here's what I propose. It's good that they drop Dixie. I think they should drop Chicks because, number one, we're not really 100% sure what a woman is. So if you're assuming that people think you're a chick and a chick is derogatory to begin with, I say change it to the blank slates. Okay, just wipe it out. Hi, we're the blank slates, and we're here to perform. Now, blank doesn't seem to have any negative connotation. Slate, I mean, people might think about rocks or whatever, but for the most part, I think, if you focus test blank slates, I think people are going to say, okay, that's kind of non-offensive. Let's just go with that, the blank slates. I mean, I can't believe they're hanging on to the Chicks. Especially what they should be is maybe the non-binaries, right? Just why not? I mean, that way you don't offend anybody. And then, you broaden your audience because now everybody feels loved and accepted if you are the non-binaries. Anyway, here is Cimarron 615, Brand New Distance. Great album. I'm sure they're mortified that I'm featuring it in this video. Thanks to all the patrons. You guys are the best. You keep me going because revenue it's kind of done. It's really done. I'm just fighting for little scraps falling off the table. If it weren't for the patrons and the YouTube members and a few gifts that have come in directly to me via PayPal and so forth, I would be completely destroyed at this point. And I'm sure a lot of people would be very happy about that. But I continue. And the Happy Warrior, and don't forget, I've got another channel. It's called The Warmongers, kind of like the Dixie Chicks used to be in 2004, when they had real idealism and not this politically correct woke nonsense, which we are now all living through today. They're a pretty talented group. This is why it's kind of sad. It's sad. I say the blank slates, and I'm going to stick to that. I think they should just be the blank slates.